It's been a long road for me. Um, it started out, certainly in my childhood, when I did opera as a child, and music and acting, and all of these things. And the thing is, people say to me, "Oh, what performing arts high school did you go to?" I actually didn't go to a performing arts high school, but I was at one that was an elementary and junior high school because of a very, very creative teacher, Howard Jewell. And I remember when he showed up, I was like 8 years old, and he was showing me these pictures from these productions that he had done of like Gilbert and Sullivan and stuff like that. And I just closed the book of pictures and I said, I want the lead. And he said to me, well, you're going to have to audition for that. Um, I got one of the leads. But, that kind of ambition with the discipline of a good teacher is what caused me to excel. And while I put a lot of the creative side of myself on the back burner, which is something that I probably shouldn't have done, um, I still was able to pick it up later on in life. I don't have, my friend Quentin Crisp, was always heard to say, be an authentic individual. Don't be somebody in a group chasing a pop star. And, for artists, that's particularly true. I mean, we can get wrapped up and lost in, the work of somebody that has notoriety, has fame. Um, in my case, I always like to do a lot of the support stuff around that. And also, it's an opportunity for somebody that wants to advance as a producer, director, etc., to work under somebody that, has that masterful sense. Um, so where I'm at right now with, looking at West Virginia, it is an opportunity for me. It's an opportunity for me to build my own dream. And it also, leaves the door open for Shay and a few other people that I really want to work with. I mean, artists have got to have a focal point with which they work from. My whole thing has always been with artists about the underdog. Um, and there is, I bet on long shots. I really do. I learned that from when I was a kid. My dad bought a horse and named it Haywire. And he didn't get to sleep in the big bed for like 3 months after that because my mom was not happy about him buying a racehorse. That is until Haywire won and went off. I think the purse was like $10,000. So, all of a sudden she's like all about racehorses. But my dad taught me a very valuable lesson in that. He's like, you bet on long shots, and sure, you're going to lose more than you're going to win. But when they pay off really big. And with me, when I work with people, my payoff is watching them excel and do something that they didn't ever imagine possible for themselves while they were pursuing their dreams. And that really is it. I mean, people that know me know that I live basically a pretty simple life when I'm out of my head, and it's just what needs to be done. So I guess where I'm at right now is, a lot of things are in the planning stages, etc. But before the end of the year, I will be living in Huntington, West Virginia. I'd like to take advantage of that time and some of the things I have coming from the Veterans Administration to go back to school for a while as I'm building and as I'm working with other artists and co-creating. I'm not sure with me, it's like I look at the canvas and it hasn't told me exactly what it wants to be at this point or where it wants to go. But I am really hoping that this will open the doors for a lot of artists to come up and start working within their genre, their realm, their discipline, and working with other artists. Um, so much of the I don't know the structured traditional education for art students. It creates a battlefield of hostility. It's, they're all soloists. You don't, I don't know. I haven't had that problem too much with bands that I've worked with, and when I've booked events that have had 3 or 4 bands, and people are always amazed that the artists that I work with will play with other artists. And it's not just unique to me. I mean, I see other people within our community doing it. So I am looking at a blank canvas right now. I've got some inspiration here. I've got some ideas on color and outline. But the fact is, I need other artists to help me fill in the canvas, to bring in the texture, the hues, the color, you know. And so don't hesitate to hit me up with ideas, things that you want to do. Um, it's like right now, there's no question about it with Shay. I've got a lot of pokers in the fire. I mean, you have to be able to survive and live as an artist if that's what you choose to pursue. And it's why I recommend to people, you always have a skill or a trade, something you can fall back on, in order for you to be able to create the art that you need to create, to live good, healthy, and happy lives. So anyway, those are just my thoughts, on art and moving and what I'm trying to put together, what I'm trying to build. It's ideas in their infancy are a beautiful thing, but they still spit up on you. They still have to change their diapers. There's a lot of burping that goes on. But all of that is not going to deter me from what needs to be done. So thank you for listening. And those are just my thoughts on life and where it's going right now. And some of the things that I need and want. And some of the things I haven't even realized I need yet as I'm trying to fill this canvas. So thank you for listening.